Good morning. Yesterday, AT&T agreed to buy DIRECTV for $48.5 billion or $95 a share. Under the terms of the deal, DIRECTV shareholders will receive $28.50 per share in cash and $66.50 per share in AT&T stock. The total deal would be valued at $67.1 billion, including DIRECTV's debt. AT&T sees the move as a way to compete with Comcast and Time Warner, but is this such a good strategy? David Nelson, he is the chief strategist at Belpointe Asset Management, thinks it's a bad strategy. David, if AT&T does this deal, they will have the second largest pay TV operator. Now, how can that be bad?
I think they're buying a legacy asset, and I understand the near-term, metrics of the deal. Look, it's accretive, certainly on the bottom line and on free cash flow, so it's going to shore up the dividend. And that was probably a concern for a lot of investors because the payout ratio is north of 70%. But they're also buying into a huge technology headache. These are legacy assets, and the world of TV is moving to the internet. The Street.com is a perfect example of that. That requires a big pipe, and I don't see how DIRECTV is ever going to get around the laws of physics. The latency
there's
problem.
Satellite. It's the speed of light.
Forget it. I mean, it certainly takes a quarter of a second for a signal to go round trip from the Earth's surface to a geostationary satellite 36 kilometers in the sky. And that may not seem like a lot, but in the world of communications, that's an eternity. So some applications won't even work.
All right, but there's still 20 million people using DIRECTV. Not everyone's got tablets, and not everyone is going to Netflix and Hulu. So there's still a big audience there.
There is, and for the next several years, maybe perhaps even a decade, this may have some strategic presence. And let's not forget, they have the Latin American assets. So maybe part of this strategy is about going overseas. But here in the United States, our infrastructure is pretty well built. Most people in the United States have access to cable and a larger pipe. And frankly, satellite ranks near the bottom when you look at upload and download speeds.
All right, but when we look at the stock, DIRECTV stock has had a really good year. I mean, it's been up dramatically. AT&T not as much, up about 5%.
This is a great deal for those guys.
Okay, so good deal for DIRECTV, not a great deal for AT&T.
It's a great deal for my congratulations to DIRECTV shareholders. But as for AT&T, at least right now, I'm not interested.
All right. Well, certainly the FCC is interested. It looks like they are going to have a very busy season while they look over this deal and the Time Warner deal. That's David Nelson from Belpointe, and I'm Deborah Borchardt with The Street.